Hey, let's play Pain Train. This is Homeless Poster,
And this is Jackson.
and we're going to go ahead and continue our low no-kill pacifist run of Super Mario Bros. 3. We're going to pick up at the beginning of World 7, where we left off last video. And I got to tell you, World 7 was a whole lot of fun to do. There's a lot of challenges, a lot of close calls, a lot of great encounters that we had, and I, for one, just had a great time doing it.
It's full of a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, we actually decided, because World 7 is so challenging, to put it politely, that rather than do the normal run where it's just kind of us dying over and over and over again, we really would just edit it down to one run. So we're actually doing the commentary in post at this point, and this should be more or less a successful run straight through the game. I don't think that we have any deaths left in this at this point. One of the things that was super exciting about World 7, which you're going to see right here with Jackson coming up the pipe, is that there's a lot of ridiculous bullshit that they make you do.
Yeah, there's a lot of backtracking that you have to do.
And it's not even like backtracking and it's fun. Okay, I guess we did leave one death in there. It's not even like backtracking that's like fun and adds challenge to it. It's literally, most of the levels have kind of like a little gotcha where if you're moving through it too quickly, or if you just haven't played that level yet so you don't know what's coming up, you basically reach a dead end. And in the more forgiving levels, it's a dead end and then you can walk back the other way. But in most cases, it's actually something that kills you. Especially World 7 features quite a few scrolling levels, and in a lot of them, if you don't know what's going to happen, you're literally just dead. We actually figured out a couple of tricks for a lot of these levels too, as Small Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of workarounds we had to do.
Choked on that one a little bit.
Got caught in my throat.
One of the things that we found out, I guess, is a benefit to being Small Mario and Small Luigi, is that even with normal-sized piranha plants, as opposed to like the giant ones in World 4, if you time it precisely, you can actually land on the same platform as a piranha plant, and it doesn't necessarily immediately kill you. So one thing here where we're punching the little blocks out so that you can go back and jump across it, that Koopa Troopa that hops back and forth, he looks pretty harmless. He looks like he's just there having a good time, and you can run underneath him.
He's a dick.
We found out that, just randomly based on his position on the game map, it looks like he normally just bounces back and forth between those two pipes, but oh no, he can actually jump up on the pipes and flatten you, and that made that fun.
Yeah, he can get up there if he wants to.
I think I actually went down that pipe there accidentally. It leads to some power-ups, but it doesn't actually let you progress through the game. I will say, too, having done a practice run, for this level, just independent of even you and I doing this, it definitely made it a lot less painful.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I think this is the end of the first section, so that one wasn't too terribly bad.
Yeah, I mean, this is the level we had so much trouble on the last video.
I guess the frustrating part is, that section where we're kind of jumping between the pipes, knocking out those music note blocks. That's the entirety of World 7 in a nutshell.
Yeah, I mean,
just
that's
every level.
And especially the piranha plants shooting fireballs at you, and you're just stuck in between them and dodging all of their
bullshit.
Bullshit.
Really. Yeah. Well, and it's funny too because obviously there's piranha plants in every other level or every other world prior to this one, but it's one or two per map, so they're not a huge threat. You never realize just how obnoxious they are until you get to an entire damn world based around that stuff.
Now I believe is this the No, never mind.
Yeah, okay. So this is the level that they reprise Lakitu in, Jackson's old friend.
God damn it.
Something we found out that was weird on this level too was that if you're actually running up an incline and you jump, it reduces your momentum, but it also reduces like your vertical and your horizontal movement. So you actually jump shorter than you would have anticipated. And I guess you don't often jump from an incline in this game, but it was really jarring the couple times it happened.
Yeah, it kind of just throws you off a bit.
Fortunately, Lakitu in this level isn't as menacing as he seems. If you wait in that little pocket, you can pretty much then just move past him without too much trouble for the rest of the area.
Like, this part's kind of tricky, especially trying to avoid...
Well, and especially because these guys just come off the screen, so if you didn't know they were going to be there, they're guaranteed they're going to jump into you.
Yeah.
But you cleared him on that one, not too much trouble.
Did not have the third star, though.
Well, you didn't start with the first star, so I don't know what you're thinking on that one.
I don't know.
Coming up at the fork here, do want to actually give hats off to Admiral H and the Thread for explaining to me that you could actually get past World 4-5 coming up. After watching the video that he uploaded, I was like, God damn it, I cannot believe I did not check the other pipes. I just assumed by default that it wasn't going to work, so I just skipped it. But it looks like, I'll show you guys. So basically, as you come up here, you go up this pipe. When you come down the next one, there's going to be what looks like a very high platform that's got some bricks in front of it that you can't immediately jump into. And I had originally thought, after exploring this part, that, oh, I must have to get up there. Well, I'm not going to springboard off the monsters, and, I'm not going to use a raccoon tail. I can't get up there. It turns out you don't actually have to do that. These next coming up pipes, there's like 4 in a row here. The blank spaces, too, I'm not jumping through them because they literally just hide coin blocks. They're really just there to screw with you, and it's very frustrating. So this third pipe, as it turns out, you'll notice here again there's blank spaces in all these pipes. Every other one of them, if you jump into it, is a question block, so it impedes your progress. I tried the first 2 when I was playing it by myself, assumed they were all traps, thought that red herring platform was one that I was looking for. So thanks for pointing out that we didn't need to do that. I didn't actually think I was going to make this jump the first time either.
There's a lot of those weird,
Deceptively placed.
deceptive jumps that you don't think you can make.
Yeah. So, again, illustrating just how much of a jerk World 7 is.
Here's some more backtracking you have to do.
Yeah, if you didn't know that those blocks were there, you're going to keep falling down.
It's not over yet either.
Oh, no, not at all. Not even close. So one thing that we found out, again here, because of the placement of that vertical block, you can't get through this without building the path. You go back, then there'll be a low path with a bomb walking down there.
Don't go down that path.
Don't go down that path, yeah. The first time I went through this, I made the mistake of being like, oh, okay, clear sailing. Nope, more blocks. In a normal run, again, I guess where you had power-ups, fireball or raccoon tail or whatever.
Or you could just take out the enemy.
Yeah, it wouldn't really be a problem.
Be
But for us, it definitely made it an exercise in futility. But I think at this point now, we've pretty much wrapped this world up too. So I was very excited to see that it was actually beatable. Next up, I think is the best water... Man, I didn't even get the star on that one. It's embarrassing.
You mean the worst the worst kind of level imaginable?
It's not only a submerged water level, but it's also a forced scrolling level.
Which doesn't make any sense. I mean, I understand the forced scrolling.
Actually, that makes the most sense of any water level. Like, if you're in the middle of an ocean, there's currents. Like, the water's pushing you on its own.
I guess, but the current just changes all over the place here.
Maybe this is actually the first, open sea water level. The other ones were, in a stable, lake bed, so you weren't really going anywhere too fast. They were in, Bowser's bathtub.
I don't know. I don't think any of us were supposed to put that much thought into it.
So, again, here you can see the big Bertha fish, which is great that I know the name of that one now.
Spitting on her babies.
The bottom path would have trapped you behind the blocks. You've now got the kamikaze octopod things, whatever the hell these guys are, the squid guys. They're great because now they launch their little babies as a projectile. And then now you get to swim through basically a spike maze. All of these jellyfish-looking dudes are instant death if you hit them with small Mario.
Just like any other enemy.
And hey, for good measure, here's another big Bertha fish.
Well, we're not done yet. Let's get some more.
Well, we're not done yet.
Let's get some more squids up in here.
One more squid. Why don't we add 2 more
there you
squids?
Go. Now let's have them shoot their babies at us.
One dick move that I think they do with this one is that, enemies for that section spawn right on the right edge of the screen. And a lot of times on these scrolling levels, you're kind of wanting to ride the right edge of the screen to get through, like these fire flowers, for example. But the enemies spawning right there, depending on your placement, can just instantly wipe you out.
Yeah, I think these fish are random, too. I don't think they have any...
The redfish and,
these
octopus,
bluefish.
Yeah, the bluefish definitely just come out at random intervals. It's not like there's a pattern that they follow. I'm actually surprised. Normally, I recall those fire spitting plants to be the biggest bastards.
If you just get through them, they're not.
Yeah,
they
weren't actually that big a deal.
You can just rush by them.
So it turns out that there's actually only 2 courses in World 7 that, per our conditions, we really couldn't pass. This first mini castle coming up,
let's do the gambling house.
Because I am so successful at all of these. Here we go. This is me winning. Stealing the line from Charlie Sheen. This is me winning. So anyway, there's 2 courses that we actually can't pass for our conditions. The very first mini-boss dungeon actually is literally impossible without either a P-Wing or a raccoon tail of some kind. So fortunately, it turned out Jackson and I had both collected a cloud at some point in our adventures, so we were able to just skip past that. Since 4-5 was actually completable, I had previously thought that wasn't the case, but we got through that one. 7 I said 4-5, 7-5. 7-7 you can see in the corner of the map screen there. That's also another course that we could theoretically complete. It's basically an entire world of those instant death black chomping spike plants. But to start the level, you get a Starman, and then as the world progresses, there's question blocks, and as long as you get to them on time, you get in the Starman. So feasibly we could do that, but then we'd be getting power-ups, and then the other challenge for us too is when you have a Starman, you're invincible, and a lot of the piranha plants just kind of come right out at you, so you'd run the risk of killing them because you're invincible, so we just decided not to do that level. Which I don't think was ultimately a bad choice.
No.
And then this one is cool. It actually utilizes the wrapping effect that we mentioned
You're
previously.
required to use it.
That we mentioned and then apparently immediately forgot. Well, this level was there to remind us, hey, we can still do that. The Koopa Troopers that come hopping down that stairway, too, at the very beginning of the level, were a huge pain in the ass when I was practicing previously. Because if you wait for them to get to the bottom, then they just bounce back and forth. And when you're trying to get over them on the stairs, you kind of, or my expectation was to like jump out and boomerang back. And it screws you because you end up jumping on them. It ultimately works out that if you just jump straight up and down over both of them, they'll go under you and you'll get by with no problems. This was kind of a neat move, too. They have the piranha plants coming out at different heights, so regardless of which side you pick, I think you're actually more dangerous on the right, because at first it looks like it's a safe path. You're probably going up the middle of it, and then boom, piranha plant chomps your ass. And then, okay, another star. Well done, me.
Mixed with the mushroom. So I think we go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and end this video here.
Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and catch up with you guys next time. I think this is just Jackson moving,
Just moving
positioning
to
himself over there.
getting up to the next level, and then we'll come back and finish this world.
Cool. See you guys next time.